Are you desperate because you just can't lose that weight? Make sure to watch that video because I have 12 reasons for you why you might be stuck. Let's get right into it. The right mindset is crucial to succeed in any diet. In fact, it's important for any aspect of life. You might just want to lose a few kilos to fit in your wedding dress, or you have some serious health issues and you have to lose half your body weight. Regardless of how much weight we have to lose, we always look for the magic pill, for the easy way to weight loss. Well, sorry that I have to bring you the bad news, there is no easy way to weight loss. It is incredibly hard. It takes determination, willpower, at least for the beginning, and a lot of consistent and repetitive action. You have to build that lifestyle to live a healthier and happier life. Alright, so reason number 1. You can't lose weight because you believe every food hype. Today keto, yesterday paleo, maybe a little bit of Weight Watchers. You just keep changing your diet like your underwear. And every time there's a new diet hype out there, you are all over it. I mean, if everyone is doing it, it's probably better and it's probably easier too. Hey, everyone is doing it, right? Yes, you might lose a few kilos, but as soon as you stop, the kilos come straight back on. A diet needs consistency. Your body needs to adapt and needs to understand what is going on. If you keep changing the way you eat over and over again, this is destined to fail. Temporary changes get temporary results. Consistency is the key, and you have to change your eating habits permanently. But there's good news, you don't have to cut anything out of your diet. In fact, forbidden food can cause quite the opposite. They can cause binge eating on other foods. Have you noticed that every diet has those food groups that are so terribly bad for you? The devil ingredient. But in the next diet, that is what it's all about. As an example, in the paleo diet, there's strictly no grains and legumes. Hey, if those cave guys didn't eat it, so shouldn't we, right? Well, our body's evolving and we don't live in caves anymore. However, those grains and legumes you can't eat on the paleo diet are the main source of proteins and fibers in the Mediterranean diet, which is knowingly and provenly one of the healthiest diets out there. Learn what your body needs and not what some commercial diet recommends to eat. If you can't live without pasta, just have it in small portions. Try to eat more homey versions of pasta, bread and rice and other things. They are just less processed and have more fibers in them. Okay, reason number 2. You can't lose weight because you're in your own head. With that, I mean that you're probably overthinking things. Overthinking things. Yep. Weight loss doesn't have to be difficult. It's fucking hard. But it's not difficult. You are a smart kid and you know the theory of healthy eating. Nevertheless, you might think like that. I didn't mean to eat this slice of cake, but I just couldn't resist. I started this new diet, but I'm so looking forward to finish it so I can finally eat the good stuff again. Sweet! I did 7 days of healthy eating. I'm gonna reward myself with a donut. Or 2. Or maybe the whole box. I deserve it. Oh no, I had 3 days of pizza. I might as well just stop that bullshit. I don't have enough willpower to diet anyway. I have bad genes. You don't understand. I have bad genes. I have a slow metabolism. There's just nothing I can do. No, it's not your mama's fault and none of them is a real excuse. This is just all in your mind. You might have to work a little harder, but there are people in worse situations and they managed where they want to go. You might not have the willpower, but no one really has. Willpower is temporary. It's about changing your perspective. Stop labeling food and most certainly stop labeling yourself. Of course, there's healthy and unhealthy food, but to have unhealthy food every now and then doesn't change the fact that you are a healthy person. Life is there to be enjoyed, and if you starve a slice of cake, have it. Just not every day. If you had a bad day and you ate some crappy food because you just couldn't resist, don't worry, don't beat yourself up about it. Just see it as it is. A bad day, nothing else. It's not your fault. Okay, maybe a bit, but just get over it. Reason number 3. You can't lose weight because you go all in too early. A common problem with weight loss is that people go all in straight away. From one day to the other, they stop eating all this and instead eating all that. From no exercise at all, they're hitting the gym 5 days a week. After all, you gotta work hard, right? Wrong. You gotta work smart. Slow, deliberate changes over a period of months will get you there. Weight loss is a marathon. It's not a 100-meter sprint. Always remember, the smallest step in the right direction will eventually get you there. It's about making a lifestyle change, not a fast fix. Going all in from the beginning will burn you out. Your body will be under shock and it will let you down. Start with making one change at a time. Depending on your fitness level, this could mean just go for a 10-minute walk twice a week. or do 5-minute workout every third day or every second day. Whatever your fitness level is, there's something suitable for you. And start with swapping fried food for baked or for mashed potatoes, or have a salad on the side. Reason number 4. You can't lose weight because you don't have variety in your diet. Our body requires at least 30 different kinds of food to get all the nutrients we need. If your diet is deficient of just one of those nutrients, your body will keep push you to eat until you meet this need. You don't have to be a professional cook to achieve that though. Just have a decent mix of fruits and vegetables, and if you eat meat, don't stick to one kind. Just mix it up a bit. It's not as hard as you think. Reason number 5. You focus on the problem, not the solution. Okay, you might be not as fortunate as your colleague who can eat everything without getting fat. And maybe you have bad genes, and maybe it's your parents' fault because they didn't feed you properly. But guess what? Once you understand that it doesn't matter what happened in the past or what the other people do, your life is in your hands and you can change your circumstances. Like I mentioned earlier, you might have to work a little harder to get to the same goal. You might have to put some more effort in than someone else. But that doesn't mean that you can't achieve the same outcome. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and take your life in your own hands. Realizing that it's all on you is a life changer. Just always remember that people in worse situations achieve their goals, and this is just for one single reason, and that is because they believe in themselves. Whenever you're about to eat some junk or you want to skip a workout, ask yourself if it's worth it, and would a healthy me do the same decision? Reason number 5. You can't lose weight because you haven't found your big why. My big what? Your big why, your reason. Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to be healthy? You have to ask yourself that question, because once it's getting tough, you need something that helps you to push through it. It can be a very uncomfortable question, and you have to look deep down inside you. If your reason looks like, oh, my doctor told me, or I know that I have to lose some weight because it's unhealthy, that won't be enough. It's a good start, but not a strong enough why. It should more sound something like that. I'm ashamed when I look in the mirror. I hate myself and I'm disgusted when I see myself naked. My father died young because he was fat all his life, and I want to avoid the same destiny. I want to see my kids grow up. I want to be active with my kids. I want to be fit when I'm in my 40s, when I'm in my 50s, and I want to see my grandchildren. I want to play around with them. I want to be a role model for my kids. I want to show them how to live a healthy lifestyle. I know when I keep going this way, I'm going to end up dying early. See, that are some serious reasons. They are uncomfortable, but you have to give yourself a wake-up call before it's too late. I have an exercise for you. Look in the mirror, go as close as you can, look in your own eyes, stare at yourself. What do you see? What do you want to see? The eyes are the reflection of your soul, and to do that can be an incredible, intimate moment with yourself. Many of us won't even have the courage to do that. And then you also have your why. Because I can't even face myself in the mirror. Once you have your why, write it down and put it somewhere where you can see it. Sometimes you need a reminder of what you're doing it for. Reason number 7. You can't lose weight because you don't know what's in your food. Get food wise. To know what's in your food is half the win. Do you know how to read a label? Then learn it. Do you know what all those numbers mean on the ingredient list? Learn them. To make it simple, the ingredient list starts with the highest amount of ingredient first, which means if sugar is first or second on the label, put it back in the shelf. Also be aware of the hidden sugars. Sugar has a lot of synonyms. We all know that sodas are not particularly healthy, but what's about fruit juice? That's healthy, right? No, it's not. In fact, a commercial apple juice has more sugar than Coke. You know the theory of healthy eating. While it's good to know your calorie intake, it is not necessary to count it forever. It's all about conscious eating. To start with food tracking, it's a good idea to get an app like MyFitnessPal, which is completely free, but that will help you to track your calorie intake. Don't forget to write down everything, absolutely everything you put in your mouth. Ideally, you want to do that right after you ate, because otherwise you probably forget. You might remember your breakfast, lunch and dinner, but what about all the snacks in between? Also, account for all ingredients. Remember that salad roll you had for lunch? Okay, but what's about the butter and the olive oil on there? Whatever you do, don't cheat on yourself. Don't worry if it's going to take you a while until you got it all down and until you got in the habit of tracking your food. A good start as well, if you don't want to put everything in straight away, just take a picture of everything you eat. And in the night when you're at home, Sit down and put it all in, and you can really make sure that you get as close as possible to the calories you actually consume throughout the day. It's never going to be 100% correct, but it's way better than winging it. So start tracking your food. Just start with good enough until you get it right. Reason number 8. You can't lose weight because you don't know how to set goals and how to break them down. Setting goals and breaking them down in small steps is crucial to achieve them. You need a clear objective, something to focus on. This is different to your why. This is your where. Where are we going? Let's say you want to lose an X amount of weight by date. From here you can estimate how much weight you have to lose every month, week, and so on. Then you can break it down into daily actions you can take. Once you know that, you know what to focus on and what you can do today. It probably took you years to get to the point where you're today, so don't expect to change that within a few weeks. It is okay to start with very small goals to gain the momentum, and once you have the momentum going and you achieved a few of them, that's when you can start setting bigger and bigger and bigger goals. The main thing is that you have to come up with a plan. Don't just train randomly or eat randomly. Plan out everything, your journey. Every week you're going to make a meal plan. Every week you're going to make a workout plan and stick to it. Okay, reason number 9. You can't lose weight because you hate exercising. Or at least that's what you think. Believe me, you don't hate exercising, you just hate the exercise you're currently doing. 80% of your success is depending on your nutrition. So what kind of workout you're going to do in the end doesn't really matter. Just find something you enjoy. There are hundreds of ways to get fit, and some of them not even called an exercise. Running is knowingly one of the best things you can do, and apparently it releases hormones that make you feel happy. Well, I never experienced that. Actually, it's quite the opposite for me. I hate running so deeply. My body starts cramping when I even look at running shoes. If running would be the only exercise there is, I'd rather be fat. What I want to say with that, don't use a cardio machine just because everybody else is using it. And don't take a Zumba class just because your friend wants you to. Very simple. If you hate it, don't do it. Try different sports, different classes and different exercises. I know that this is not for everyone, but if you're serious about weight loss, you should start doing some resistance training. Even just body weight is fine, but to lose weight and speed up the whole process, you have to build some muscles. But make sure to give your body some time to recover. Your muscles are not growing while working out, they grow while you recover. If you're up for it, get some dumbbells and start lifting some weights. And once you form the habit of working out, it's almost harder not to do it. Reason number 10. You can't lose weight because you don't invest in yourself. There are 3 ways to invest in your health: time, effort, and money. How you spend those determine your priority. If you're on a budget, money is probably the last thing you can invest. But how about time and effort? If you can't pay a personal trainer, you have to create your own workouts. You have to learn about nutrition. If you have money to invest, you can save yourself some time and let someone else do the planning for you. You still have to put in the effort though. Just remember, you're going to invest in yourself, in your health, and in your future. That actually might be wise dollars spent. We have one life, we have this one shot, so better make it count. Reason number 11. You can't lose weight because you don't know your kryptonite. For me, it's candy. I won't stop before the bag is empty. There's no such thing as having just one. I'm sure you have the same problem. We all do. There's one or maybe even multiple things you just can't resist. You need to know what that is and avoid it by any cost. First and foremost, don't have it in your house. Avoid the temptation. Once you're on your couch, you get comfortable and you start to relax, you get weak. This is a moment when you reach out for the bag of potato chips, the ice cream or the cookie box. Remember, it's okay to have it sometimes, but not in your house. Save it for a special occasion. Junk food can affect your brain just like drugs. You need that fix of junk. It's an addiction. The best way to deal with it, avoid the temptation and you don't need willpower. Reason number 12. You can't lose weight because you believe fat is the enemy. For decades we've been told that fat is the cause of all evil. So stop using fat-free products and go for the original versions instead. This is a good start. It feels wrong at times because we have to re-educate ourselves. Okay, that's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to help us grow. Press that like button and leave a comment below. What is your biggest reason why you can't lose weight? And as always, stay healthy, stay happy. I wish you all the best on your journey. My name is Marius and I'll see you next time. Subscribe. Subscribe. Hey, subscribe. Subscribe. Hey, did you? Come on.